Hiya, I'm Shoshana. Welcome back. Very excited to talk with you controversially today about what love is. Last week it was controversially about what love is not. So, what love is, very briefly, love is wanting the best for the other person. Love is what's wanting the best for the other person on their terms. That doesn't always mean wanting for them what they say they want. And so, for instance, someone could say they want drugs. It's not loving them to give them the drugs. What they're really wanting is to have peace of mind, that they're searching for it in the wrong place. Loving them in this case would be to not help them get any drugs. And also, in terms of what love is, there's no compromise in love. There is no compromise in love. So when you give to the other person out of your immense love for them, it still has to be completely at ease and fitting with what's morally right for you. So it could be that the other person wants non-monogamy, but that's not right for you. You don't do it, because that's not what love is. Being open to questioning where your own need for monogamy or non-monogamy in that case, in the other case, may come from, is also part of loving, however, because it's also being willing to really dig deep and give deeply in ways that are uncomfortable and may be something you've never done before. But again, it has to be real for you. It has to feel right for you. A lot of what love is also about letting go. So for instance, there are two examples I'm thinking of, one with my child and one of a partner with a conversation I had recently. My daughter is 6 now, and I used to zip up her jumper and do all kinds of stuff for her, and loving her right now means backing off, letting her do for herself things that she hadn't done before. I love doing things for her. I really love it. But what she wants ultimately is to grow up to be a wonderful, happy, independent person. If I keep doing stuff for her, then she won't get it. Part of loving her is insisting on her turning her socks inside the right way before she puts it in the laundry herself. It's a very subtle kind of thing. Being aware of making the distinction of really what's best for the other person, even though it may not be what they say they want. For instance, getting kids up in the morning to get to school. Oh, I want to sleep. They may want to sleep in the moment, but there are longer term considerations involved. So that's one aspect. Loving is often letting go and backing off. I'll give you another example from my partnership with my beloved friend and lifetime partner, Sasha. There was one time when he was getting caught up in some negativity, and I just kind of looked at him and said, I'm not going to reassure you. I'm not going to reassure you on these insecurities. These insecurities just don't suit you, do they? And it was just really not stroking ego, not saying they're there. Let me be the one you're codependent on to fill you up with self-love when you don't have it for yourself. No, loving him in that moment was saying, hey, you really deserve to love yourself, don't you? And here I am helping you hold the space to love yourself. Now there's another example of letting go that can be a bit more painful. This goes back to the codependency example we talked about last week in terms of being really involved with the other person and really offering them lots of that drug called approval and support and encouragement. In this one, I was speaking to this wonderful young man, and let's call him Adam. And Adam has a relationship with a woman that he says he loves, and I think he really does. And Adam's girlfriend really, every time they come close to breaking up, she says, please Adam, don't, I need you, I need you. And then he's, oh, okay, I'll come back with you. And what I told him was, Adam, you are using that girl terribly. He's like, what do you mean? I was really shocked. No one had ever said that before. Sometimes people have said the other way around, but never to Adam that he was using her. It's like, hey, Adam, you're using her, man. You're using her. He's like, how? It's like, well, Adam, you've got a need to be needed, to give. And you're keeping her dependent on you so that you can fill your need for giving. Now, because they're not good for her in the long run, you're keeping her dependent on you. That is not love. You're not loving her in the terms of love being a verb. You love, you actively do loving things. And that leads us to another aspect of what love is. love being an active verb. It's in the everyday acts of getting someone a cup of tea, of keeping them in mind, of thinking about them. And so what love is something that requires your wisdom as well as your love to really live giving effectively and truly lovingly to those that you say you love. Last week I asked you to think about the ways that you're codependent and where the relationships you already have are kind of bleeding into that, oh, I need this. It's the way that Dan Kennedy said people walk around with umbilical cords and they plug them into each other all the time. So for you to think about from last week in what ways you've been plugging into other people or other people plugging into you. This week I invite you to think about the ways that you love. Think about the ways that you use your wisdom and be open to seeing the ways where you haven't yet been able to allow yourself to use your beautiful, wonderful inner wisdom that you already have. Next week, we'll be doing, really excited about this, we're going to have a guest speaker, and he is going to do a right there, as you go, follow him along, his step-by-step instruction about how to completely break codependency from lover, mother, father, brother, boss, whatever. I'm so excited about it. Please join me next week. It's going to be awesome. Take care. Bye for now. Have a loving week.